Today we're going to look at professional subscriptions on the Transition Discoveries website, which allows you to connect with youth and monitor their progress. The first step is creating a free professional account. To do so, click on the Create Account link at the top of the page. From here, you'll complete the form. Just make sure when you do, you choose one of the professional roles. After you create your account, it will redirect you to the login page. Go ahead and enter the email address and password that you used on the Create Account form. Once you log in, you'll be directed to your discovery board. Right underneath the avatar and companion, there's a section called Connect with Youth. You can go ahead and click on the Subscribe Today button to get to the subscriptions page. You can also get there from the home page by scrolling down and clicking on the Subscription Info button. On the Professional Subscriptions page, you'll see a section called Subscriptions Available. You have two different types of subscriptions: individual professional subscriptions and organization subscriptions. The main difference between the two is you have more total youth connections with the organization subscriptions, and you can also manage multiple individual professional subscriptions. If we choose Pay by Credit Card, you'll notice that below the subscription type, fill out your credit card and billing address information. Paying by credit card will allow you to take advantage of all of the benefits immediately. If we pay by check, there are, of course, no credit card or billing address fields. Instead, after completing the form, you'll be prompted with a mailing address to mail in a check. In this case, your subscription won't be available to use until we receive and validate your check, so it might take a few days, but we will notify you as soon as we do. The purchase order form gives you the ability to get an invoice and W-9 first. So you fill out this form. If you have a purchase order number, go ahead and put it here and select yes if you need that signed W-9. And then it's going to send an email to the billing contact address with the invoice, W-9, instructions to make payment. Filling this form out doesn't actually create the subscription for you, so you're still going to need to come back and complete either the Pay by Credit Card or Pay by Check form to begin. I'm going to choose check since I can just approve it as an admin. Once you submit the payment form, you'll be redirected to the orders screen. The orders screen, if you paid by check, will include a box with instructions on where to mail your check. Otherwise, it'll just have your credit card information under the My Orders section. Now that we have our subscription, let's go ahead and dive right in. Up at the top, there's a series of quick links. Let's go ahead and click on My Youth. From here, it'll tell you how many connections you have available. And the first thing that we need to do is create one of the connections. If you're wanting to connect with a youth that already has an account, you can simply fill out their email address and their name and send them a request. If they don't have an account, it's a little easier if you just create the account for them. To do so, you can click on the New Account form. And on here, you can just fill in their name, their email address, and choose a password for them. I would select the yes, please email their login information, and select Create Now. This will automatically connect you to the account so they don't have to actually go through the approval process. But what we're going to go ahead and do is go back to this form and do a request for somebody that already has an account. So let's go ahead and enter their email address and their name. And then we're going to send the request. And you can see that you have a pending request here. And then Jane Smith is going to receive an email with instructions on how to log in and come to their discovery board. At the top of the page, they'll see the request, and all they have to do is click on Allow Access. And voila. And then if you refresh the page, you'll see Jane Smith has been added. And now you have your first connection. From here, you can see that there are a few different options that you can choose from to manage their account. You can change their password for them if they've forgotten it, or you can view their adventure results or their discovery board. So we're going to go ahead and click on View Discovery Board, and you'll see that I can quickly see Jane Smith's activity. Of course, I cannot edit anything, but you can see their avatar, how they're feeling, their companion, sticker map if they've created one, and all of their journey results. You can even download their discovery journey overview in a PDF format. If you scroll down, you can walk them through all of these different job summary activities. And at the very bottom, you can see anything that they've bookmarked or favorited. Let's go ahead and go back, and we're going to take a look at the View Adventure results. From here, you'll be able to see all of the results of the adventures that Jane Smith has gone through. Obviously, Jane Smith has not done anything yet, so you're not going to see a whole lot. Let's go ahead and go back, and if I wanted to remove the connection, I can go ahead and click on Remove Connection. The last thing I want to show you is groups. So if we click on Manage Groups, from the Groups page, you'll see all of the list of groups that you have, and down below a form to create a new group. I'm going to go ahead and create a new group. We'll call it My Tester Group and give it a description. Down below, you can create an invite code or use the one that's provided. All this does is provide a link for you so that you can send it out to all of your students and have them join the group without having to go through that approval process. And then lastly, we can add any members right away. We can go ahead and add all of the connections, or we can choose Jane Smith, for example, and click on Submit. Here you'll see that the new group has been created. Down below, you'll see an announcement section, a resource section, a list of all your members, and the invite link and QR code that you can share to invite members. All the sections are pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to go ahead and click on Manage Groups, and we'll see that a new group that I created is listed here. And I can go ahead and update my members or delete the group. Now at the top of the page, you'll also see this progress report link. We're going to go ahead and click on that. And from here, you'll be able to see the progress at a glance for all of your members of the group. If I scroll back up, you can see that I can filter by group, I can filter by adventure, or I can search for a specific user. The other great thing about this is I can export this list into a CSV as well. And that's it for professional subscriptions. If you signed up for an organization subscription, go ahead and join me in my other video to learn how to manage multiple accounts.